Welcome to the Haters Ball. Welcome to the Haters Ball. It's your boy Dumb It Down. I'm here with my older brother, the old Baldy.
Yeah.
Repping to you. You want to say something about your squad winning real quick?
It's great to be a Miami Hurricane, man. It's not great to be a Gator.
And we got my younger brother, B-Dog.
Hello, welcome to the Haters Ball.
Yeah, there we go. We want to test out B-Dog said he want to do the intros from now on. So go ahead and show the people what you got.
That was it. That was my best shot. I think that's the best I could do right now.
Nah, you had some catchphrases before. Let's go.
Nah, that's the phone number we gonna get when we get a hotline. I can't give it away. They gonna try to steal it first.
All right,
We gotta keep. That's gold. That's gonna make us money. We can put that on a T-shirt.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, shout out to everybody, man. Please like, subscribe if you rocking with the podcast, and we're gonna get started here. First things first, we gotta talk about a lot of people have been talking about whether or not hip hop is dead right now, right? So the numbers came back on that YG album from last week. And a lot of people have been talking about the numbers, the streaming numbers for hip hop albums this year. The Billboard numbers, none of the hip hop singles have been streaming that high or hitting high in the charts. Obviously, except for the other than like the Not Like Us track and stuff like that, there's not been very many. So, Bito, what were the numbers for that YG album?
8,000. Let me get you exactly what it says. Man. It's 8,000 now. 8,000 equivalent to 8,000 physical sales.
Yeah. So that's super
a double
bad.
disc. 8,000. That's terrible.
Yeah. What's the issue? Why are people are people just over hip hop or what?
I don't know, man. I've been saying hip hop is dead for a long time, but it's starting to feel that way for me.
What you think,
I
Baldy?
ain't had no superstars.
I thought that album was trash. So I mean, that's probably why the album didn't do no numbers. I ain't seen no marketing on it either. But was that album good to y'all? Who bumping that?
No, we talked about it. Yeah, that was a really bad album.
I mean, are people bumping that album? No, are people looking at that album and playing that constantly?
No, but we're talking about just in general because that's not the only album. We talked about that Mustard album also flopped, right? And this is coming off the back of them doing that pop out show and Mustard did the track with Kendrick right before and YG was on the pop out show. But then they kind of flopped, it's a weird, to me, it's weird look when they're celebrating the downfall of the number one streamer, the person who's setting records, going after Michael Jackson. And I feel like just last year, people were talking about hip hop being the number one genre, or maybe, 2 years ago, people were talking about how hip hop, was high on the streaming charts and high on the records list. And then now this year, we got former hip hop artists like Post Malone, switching the country and doing numbers in countries, outperforming hip hop. And I don't know nobody that listens to the country. So what's the issue? Like what is going on?
I mean, this is the you chasing streaming. Streaming is going to be going by whatever trend it is. If hip hop is just not trendy with the masses in that way, I mean, in this country, that's going to be a lot of white people. If it's not big with them, I mean, I don't know what else. I mean, I guess some of those people probably weren't really hip hop fans, or really not to that extent, or this is not hitting on a pop culture level, or like in a popular type way.
I mean, I find that hard to believe. I mean, yes, some of the albums may not be doing that, but we just saw, like we said. I mean, Not Like Us is almost like a phenomenon that people in that way. All those casual fans that love that song.
Do they
also see?
Do they? That's a good question, Baldy.
You don't think people love Not Like Us? I mean, you hear?
I don't know. Is it still getting played like that? I don't know.
I feel like people play. I see people play it at weddings. I see people play it at. I mean, you think it's over now? You think people not listening to no one?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just asking because I'm not sure how long the staying power is on that song.
Well, I mean, obviously it's gone down on the charts. At this point, I mean, it's old. It's an old song at this point, but that's the only one. So my issue. Okay, so Drake just dropped a bunch of new tracks. So let's because that's gonna be our next topic. Drake just dropped a bunch of new tracks, and people are talking about how his streaming numbers are down. Do you have his streaming numbers for his 3-pack that he released last week or whatever? And then he released a new one, this week, but it's not all of them are on streaming yet.
I can't find the exact numbers on those 3 songs.
Do
I don't
you
think
know
that
their place on the Billboard?
I don't think they got any place on the Billboard. Let me go look at the Billboard charts.
Yeah,
But they just got on DS.
songs? You love Drake. Like, would you say that those are good hits for Drake?
The only one that I really if they're not on DSPs, I don't really go out of my way to look for it. But the one that I listen to the most,
No Face.
No Face. Yeah, I've seen that one a lot. I like that
No
one.
Face
I like that one a lot.
Yeah, No Face is a good song. Now, Baldy, did you listen to all the singles?
All of them? No, I don't think so.
Okay, so he released, 6 tracks. So Circadian Rhythm, I feel like is a song that I think people would listen to.
Yeah, I did hear that
It's
one.
Up. Yeah, It's Up is another one. And then Housekeeping Knows with Lotto. And then
That's a crazy song.
I feel like, you know what, to be honest, these 6 songs are better than almost every song on For All the Dogs. Okay, so let's put it that way. Drake's last album was super mid, right? Except for First Person Shooter, right? And then the Scary Hour stuff that came out afterwards, that album was super mid, right? I feel like these 6 songs were more palatable to listen to than any of those. So, that's just my opinion. Not as a Drake fan, but that's my opinion. So why aren't they streaming? Is the question.
This shit said got 1.4 million plays, and it just came out on DSPs today. I don't know, man, but seems pretty good to me.
I don't know what's good for Drake, but these songs ain't the biggest Drake hits though. Ain't Drake's biggest hits shit like God's Plan and shit like that?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think that these aren't even being marketed or released like that. I don't know. I was on the Drake Reddit today, and they were saying that these songs aren't hitting DSPs right away because he's trying to save his record-breaking #1 song for Michael to break the Michael record with. I don't know how much of that is true or how that works, but yeah, there's a reason why these songs. Yeah, there's a reason why these songs aren't hitting DSPs first. So
well, he's not. Yeah, he's clearly. He's putting these out on a fake account and stuff like that. It's weird. So that's the other part of it, because also these songs are all responding to the Kendrick Lamar songs, right? And so there's been a bunch of responses in these songs. And so why do we think why do we think he's even releasing it this way? Why not just straight release it to because I see some people saying, oh, it's to test it out. He's using Twitter to test out the music. I see some people saying, he just always does this, always releases, single new songs or whatever. Which is true. This isn't the first time for him. And then I see other people, saying, I don't know that. So what do y'all think? What do y'all think the reason is that he's releasing it this way? Is it some kind of label games? Is this like what?
I don't know. Yeah, because there's another theory that he is about to be out of his deal. So I don't know, man. People be investigating shit. Like, I don't know what to believe, man. I don't know who be right or wrong. So that's why I tend to let the artists tell us eventually. I feel like everything comes to light eventually. So I just rather wait. But when the first 3-pack came out, I didn't think it had anything to do with Kendrick. The only hype song like that was the song with Young Thug and 21 Savage. And 21 came out right after that song was like, this has nothing to do with Kendrick. So I do think that was probably recorded before that. And so that kind of makes me think these other songs were possibly done before that, but the No Face does seem to be responding to a lot of things.
The No Face is 100% responding, and even the It's Up is that's the So I mean, yes, okay, so we could say It's Up isn't responding to him, but then the other song on there was there was Circadian Rhythms that was released, and Kendrick said he is in the circadian rhythms of a shooting star or something like that on one of the diss tracks, and so that's he's responding to that, and he's even saying how am I still up in the song, that's the chorus, how am I still up after all that. So that's clearly a response, and then the No Face is direct response, right? So do you think he's trying to ignite a part two? Do you think Kendrick is even gonna? I don't think Kendrick will respond to this unless it's a direct shot at this point. Kendrick's won. There's no reason for him to respond to any of this. Why is Drake prolonging? Do you feel like he feels like he lost face and has to do this to get it back, or what? What's the deal?
Balder, you got a take on that?
Yeah, I mean he had to prolong it. What you mean is it was over with. It's over with unless he can somehow make it continue and then maybe be able to make some kind of argument for he had game two. That he had great comebacks later. I mean, unless he's going to take the L, which he said he wasn't going to do. So don't he have to prolong it and make it come up and make it be a thing again? Or is that a thing like the label says the numbers are down, now it's time to do it for round two, Drake, because that's your job, is to make these numbers go up. I don't care how you do it.
I don't know. I don't know. It could be all a big play. I don't know, man.
You said I don't know a lot. You're the Drake fan. This is your guy. Come on, you got a take on this?
It's weird to me, man. I can't tell which. I don't think that any of this is label games. One, as far as I don't think the label is making him do anything. I think Drake is past that point, but he's gonna respond, right? The game two thing, I think that's a thing, but
he posted on his Twitter, "We're gonna win game two. We're gonna win game two." What can he say exactly? He's lost, right? So it doesn't matter what he said, but he is still playing into this. He could just go away and let people forget about it. He is reminding people.
I don't even think he had to go away. I think he could have took the time off that he did and came back with another hit, and people would have just been like, okay, new Drake hit, love it, and been good with it.
Right. So the issue is, do you think this is just him trying to test out new songs? Are these supposed to be hits that he's just failing on? Or is he trying to ignite the beef?
I hate that take more than anything. Because I feel like Drake could easily make a bop, and he's done it time and time again. I don't think these are failed hits.
So there's 6 songs, right? I mean, several of them are chicks. I mean, the Blue Green Red is him singing. The Circadian Rhythm is him singing, to the women. So it ain't like they're all they're not all aggressive bars. I'm the best type thing. There's a lot of singing and stuff like that. So if he's not trying to get
if
these
you
songs
listen to Drake for real like that, you can tell which songs he's meaning for it to be a hit. You can tell which songs are hits. They just have a certain sound to them, and none of these songs sound like that to me. I don't think he's trying to make a hit.
See, I don't know what a hit sounds like. I don't know what a hit sounds like, honestly. So that's why I'm asking the Drake fan. That's why we asking you, the resident Drake fan. Because to me, like I said, all these songs, people say it in the chat. I like the No Face song. I'm not a Drake fan. I like the No Face song. I enjoyed the some of the other songs, the Blue Green Red, It's Up, Circadian Rhythm. I thought all those songs were cool. They were, like I said this already. I enjoyed listening to these 6 songs more than I enjoyed listening to For All the Dogs album, which I thought was super trash. So I would think that one of these, if not multiple, would catch on streaming and be a bigger hit than they are. So do you think that the fact that they're not hits so far, they haven't blown up on streaming, is that a sign that he is diminished in some way after the round? Is he bringing up the beef to like win back his star power, or do you guys think that he's just still in his feelings about getting dissed? I don't know.
Like I said, I think if he wanted to make a hit, he can make a hit. We just saw him take Sexy Red to another level when he was with her. Like, it just seems
nobody liked that song.
What do you mean? That song got a ton of burn. I didn't like that song, but
you're talking about the one where he does the BBL Drizzy thing.
No, the one before that.
Okay, but before that is before the beef. We talking about after the beef. I know. We're talking about the results after the beef.
Okay, and I don't think he's trying to make a hit in a month. No, I don't think that.
Okay, all right. So shout out to the people in the chat.
Yes, go ahead. Shout out to all the people. Like us up, all that good stuff. Yes, your engagement is appreciated.
Baldy, go ahead. I didn't mean to step
I was about to say, like, why you sound like you make it sound like this dude don't have nothing to gain or whatever by trying to come back in this or something.
No, I do think he's trying to come back in this. I don't think he's trying to make a hit. I think there's, like I said, I do think there's a reason he's releasing these songs like this. And I don't.
But you're not telling me what you think the reason is. That's the issue. You're not saying what you think the reason is.
I don't know what the reason is.
We're here for speculation, man. We're not being professional. Give us the speculation.
I don't see it. I never understand the things that other people are talking about when they're like, "Oh, he did this and this for that." That's not some way I think. I don't know. I think if he wanted to make these songs hits, they would have hit DSPs immediately, so they could get ran up right away. But he didn't do that. They all sat for 2 to 3 days before he put them on DSPs, so the hype would die down a little bit. I don't.
So is that a play to not have his label make money or something? Like, why would he do that then?
Oh yeah.
What is the reasoning for doing that? Because they want him to be on streaming, I'm sure he has a contract. I thought he had a contract where he has to release his music and stuff. Like, he can't just drop it wherever. It's got to hit so they can make money off it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I did see that they were saying there was a label thing with all of this stuff, so that's what I'm leaning towards right now. But from what they're saying, he has to release like one more album or something like that. But I do think it's a shot at the label.
Is this all a label negotiation play where he's dropping songs outside them to show like, yo, look at my numbers outside of you, without none from you? This is what I'm getting just off of this. You need to come up with this number to re-sign me. Is there something like that going on?
I think it's more spiting them, but I think he really wants to release music. I think that more than anything, I think he doesn't want to seem like Kendrick quieted him down. So while we doing these disputes, I'm gonna drop this on something else until we get this figured out.
So that's so this is the thing. This is where I mean, and thank you for finally getting somewhere where you actually speculate, giving the tape. So you are in the chat said Drake is building up for his OVO Fest in October, which is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and that's when he's going to drop proof of his allegation. That's a wild speculation right there. That would be hilarious to see. Yeah,
OVO Fest is always in October though. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's insane.
Yeah. So the issue is, okay, so I think that there's definitely something up with the labels. He even his diss tracks, he posted most of them on social media instead of just going straight to DSPs. Except for Family Matters was the only one that came out like on YouTube, like officially or whatever first, right? Yeah. So I understand that the Tupac one obviously couldn't be on streaming, but like the other ones, it's just odd that he is avoiding making money, right? Because that's what this is doing, right? If you put your stuff out on social media, everyone listens to it there first instead of putting it on DSP. It's avoiding making money. Like you're not maximizing the money you can make. So it's odd. I think there's definitely a reason for that. And then he is trying to start this beef again. And I don't know if that there's a business reason for that, or if that's just him and his feelings, or he doesn't, he's sick of hearing people say he lost. But it's just too late. It doesn't matter what he does, unless like US says that he put some, proof to something. To me, it's keep talking about the beef that you lost is just like you lost. Like why you keep talking about it?
No, but if he's doing it to get the label and get another bag from them, that makes a lot of sense. So like if that's why he's dropping these songs outside of it, because of a label issue, that seems like might be a smart way to play it. I don't know. I mean, he had a gigantic deal from them before. Mm-hmm. I doubt they're gonna repeat that. Just because where everything is now, they're trying to say that they're not spending as much money. Whatever.
So do you think it's a conspiracy against it? Like a industry, like, okay, you took too much from us, or you got one over on us. So now, like this time, even the timing of the beef, everybody coming at him, the 20v1, you think that all was like planned? Let's diminish him so that, like, is that?
Oh, maybe. I mean, by some of the people involved, maybe, because there's a lot of people involved. They got different motivations, right? Yeah. It seemed like a lot of people was just, and they got different motivations. But for him, that could be part of it. Like with the label saying, we're not going to give you this much money. I don't know how long he's been in negotiation with them. I don't know if he's trying to get what he got, a full 40 or something like that before, or something over $400 million for the last deal. Yeah. So they said, so if he's only got one album left and they trying to keep him, they're gonna want to give him $200-300 million, not another, not the same thing again. He probably number to go up. So they're not just gonna say, all right, here, when you heard that they're firing people left, that they're not making them like they were before. I was listening to Joe Budden. They was talking about how they firing whole departments of people. So is that because of, they're trying to just get Drake for the low, and that's he's going back and forth saying, nah, so I'm gonna put my stuff out this way. You're going to come up with these numbers if you want, this production.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting. I feel like we still haven't seen the end of this story for sure. Do y'all think if there's a round 2, does it change, or do you think him dropping another diss record of full blown, does it change anything?
Yes. If he can bait Kendrick into a round 2, I think that's advantageous because he's gonna tell Kendrick, you're gonna have to make another hit to beat me again.
Okay, but what if Kendrick doesn't respond? Just Drake drops a hit, okay?
Yeah.
Do you think? I mean, not a hit. I'm sorry, a diss. Drake drops a full-on diss, saying Kendrick's name. Do you think that it changes anything?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Because I don't think Kendrick responds.
He would have to say something.
He's not gonna do nothing.
Like he has to say something crazy. That's what I'm saying. And then
like
that's what Drake Reddit is saying. Maybe Family Matters wasn't the red button. I'm like,
bruh.
Nah, if he got video,
of course they're saying it on Drake. The only thing he could say is that like Kendrick was there with him when he took the blackface photos and also had some blackface photos. Like there's not much he can pull out, man. Like he don't have. What are you gonna say? He already said the dude child not his. He already said the dude beat his wife.
What if he got the proof dude though?
Proof like you like you are in the chat was saying, but that's it. Like there's no
that
he used his red button. And if he had proof, he would have used it before he lost the beef. Yeah, exactly.
Come on, man. When Not Like Us came out, you would have put out the pictures. I was hiding in the bushes, and here's the picture I took when you slapped your girl. I got it. It's right here. Like, come on, man. Like this, he would have came out with it right then. What are you talking about?
Hey, maybe. But there's another dissection of a line where it was like Drake said something like, "I was there when you bent the knee" or something like that to Kendrick. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Hey, man.
Nah, it's over for that. It's over for that. I look, anything can happen. I'm trying to think what could possibly happen that would make me care about a Drake diss song now. Like, what would he have to say? Like, he would have to say some wild stuff, like you was in Israel bombing kids. Like, like I don't know what he could say. Like, what could he have on him? He done used every.
I agree. I agree, but I'm here for it. Let's see what happens.
Right. Yeah, I'm about to say, unless his bodyguard or whatever did a DNA test and it is his kid. I mean, not Kendrick kid or something like. It had to be something ridiculously like on point, accurate. He had to come out with a science special on Netflix and like breaking down the DNA and the proof of Kendrick is not as good as he says. Like he had to have something like that. It couldn't be raps. Like
right. I agree. It's not going to change nothing. But like I said, I just feel like I feel like he should drop it. I mean, not a diss. I feel like he should just leave this topic alone. Like all this stuff, like how you get lit off a brother you hating on, numbers untouchable, they got the data wrong, like all this stuff. He's just to me prolonging what doesn't need to be this long. He could just leave this alone, move on to a new topic, drop a hit record. People will forget about this stuff. I mean, they'll never forget about it. I mean, it's unforgettable, but people will stop caring if you keep making more music.
I already stopped caring. So.
Right.
Coke. That's more Coke.
Yeah.
Except for Cole.
The fact that you still holding a grudge against J. Cole, and then you forgiving Drake for losing the battle, I don't understand how you
didn't lose to me, but hey man, at least he fought. Some people jumped in the ring and said, "Actually, this guy's the GOAT. Let me just go back to the dressing room. Hey, I got plans tonight. I got to go do something. Never mind. Just walk out the ring. That's different."
All right, worse than that. It's worse than that too. That's not even the most accurate metaphor. Anyways, go ahead, man.
Let's move on, man. So let's I do think it's interesting that what do y'all think of the whole issue with Kendrick? He was repping for the West Coast, but he's not been on these albums that have been flopping. These YG albums. The people who backed Kendrick had not really gotten support. They haven't won anything for it. You know what I mean? What do y'all think of this?
That man ain't putting out no music, man. He going back to his hole.
Come on, dog. A feature? Like, it's not that hard to do. He started this beef out on a feature on a Future record, on an Atlanta Dude record, right? Why couldn't he? And why couldn't he do a feature on one of his dudes? The pop out was all about LA unity, the coalition of Drake hate or whatever. Why can't he do a feature with them?
Like Drake said, that man in a New York apartment right now. He ain't worried about them.
I mean, look, hey, maybe he just don't care. Maybe he not that type of he not like down to do the favor back and forth or whatever. He got what he wanted and he good.
But that's selfish, right? He was the whole thing. He was calling Drake a colonizer, right? But if you just use other people and don't give nothing back, what does that make you?
Maybe his label said don't put out no features right now.
See, that's just odd. That's odd. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
man.
he on a major label too, so I mean, he could be moving based on label stuff. I don't know.
I'm just saying, at this moment, it seems like the only person that got something from that beef was Kendrick, and then all the people who supported him seemed like they took L's. So this is odd. People in the chat,
the Drake fault.
So I mean, you all said this. The pop out was basically worth a feature or a tweet. Millions of people were watching. I mean, that's true, but then you would think that all those people watching would give YG album a stream, would give the Mustard album a stream,
man,
right?
Both them albums was trash, man.
That's true.
Okay, but still, we know a lot of trash albums that have streamed more than that. I mean, come on, these dudes are they got, like you said, millions of people watching a mainstream attention on Amazon Prime, right? Whereas we know rappers who, like, nobody, like I'd say their names and nobody would know them, but do bigger numbers than 8,000, like do way bigger numbers than them, right? So I feel like there's something there. So all right, let's talk about something else. All right, people are already tired of the beef. Let's move on to Matt said, let's talk about this flute album, man. I mean, can we? What is Andre doing? All right, talk about hip hop being dead. why is one of our goats? What is he? Why is he playing with toys while his music plays? What is this? Can anyone explain this to me?
This is this is ASMR, but like to the next level. I don't know. I know there's like different forms of ASMR, but
look at what he's actually doing. The Hitler, like what is this? He's doing a Nazi salute out here. Like, I mean, what is going on? I just don't understand what's happening. Why?
Where's the part where he was laying down? Like he was laying down with the flute. This is bizarre.
This is so bizarre, dog. Come on, man. Why is that? This is not fire. This is one of the goats, right? One of the goats. Why is he doing this? Why? Performance art? I don't.
This is why he don't rap, man. This is why
he don't rap. Come on, dog. You playing like a? What is he playing like a bunny? A chicken? Man. Is he a chicken right now? Come on, dog.
Rap, man. You said he can't rap. He had to, because why would he do something so silly like rap about getting a colonoscopy? Why would he lower himself to such a standard?
He's doing a crossover with the flute in his hand. You missing it. What he's saying is, I dribble on these beats. Like I'm bouncing on this drum that I'm. You know what I'm saying? Like
Steph Curry with the flute.
Hey, exactly.
My goodness.
You missing it. That was hard.
I'm not getting it. I'm not getting this. I feel like this is the most tragic thing I've seen of almost any rapper. Like you talk about a fall off. Like I don't even want to hear him rap after this. Come on, dog. What? Why? This is silly. Y'all playing like a chicken with your flute. This is like he's doing like a Jim Carrey sketch or something like that with some of these moves, man. I don't understand it. It's silly.
I told you this last time we talked about this dude, man. I'm hating on this dude now forever, man. I don't want to see this dude. And look, I blame, but you know what I blame? I blame fans. I blame some of y'all. Because some of y'all people heard this flute album and start gassing it. People that never heard of flute in their life. Y'all ain't heard of flute since Peter and the Wolf. And then all of a sudden, y'all with flutes heavy. Like, talking about some, you heard that 3 Stacks flute album? That shit is crazy. Watch this whole video. I guess y'all funny, man. Y'all funny for this. If I had some shrooms and I watched it, I might with that flute movie a lot. But just watching it, like, not like just turning on, looking at this, like, look at this crazy Negro, man.
The funny thing is that the chat, like when you look at the chat on the YouTube video, it's like people all praising, like, oh, go Andre, or people quoting his raps, right? He's not on there rapping, but it's just he does have a lot of support for this, like you said, which is good. I don't want to do the fail and anything. I'm not preying on his downfall or something like that, but it's just odd. Like I don't understand if people are really enjoying this or they're just being fake. Drake forced us into the flute genre. This is Drake's fault once again, as everybody says.
Hey, I don't know. All I know is that genre shit is terrible, man. I mean, that flute shit is terrible, man. It sounds stupid. That video is terrible. I don't know nothing about flutes. Maybe that's hard for the flute game. Maybe that's big in flutes. But that should sound like elevator music, man. And people was out really gassing that. They be paying to go see him play the flute. He making money. He making big money on this flute album.
That's a good question. Do the flutists love this? They rocking with this?
The flautists? The traditional flautists hating.
Yeah,
we should talk to the flautists. It's like, yo, I sat first chair at the symphony. And this dude come in the flute game. You know what I'm saying? My shit is more John Blaze than that.
he could make a career transition. That's fine. I'm just saying that this is silly. All right, this video is silly. We talked about the album. It was cool. I don't mind it as far as if it was like lo-fi music, or something like you playing in the background or whatever. I don't care. Like there's a place for that type of music. But I just don't understand what he's doing on this video. That's all. I just this video.
Do whatever you want. that don't mean I gotta fuck with it. And I think this shit is trash. And people, it's funny to me, like I said, the positive vibe that people will give that, but then we have other stuff I feel like that's out here, and people will be like, "Oh, I just never would listen to it. I never would listen to that. I'll give that a shot." But this Flute album, that's what we're gonna rock with. It's like, okay,
right. The people who be like, those lyricists don't make good music, or they rap a lot of wordy words. I don't want to listen to that. Those people are like, oh, Flute though, the Flute, like it's just odd, So
I don't know if it's trash to me. I don't, like I'm not gonna sit up here and tell you I want to listen to this shit. But there's a lot of music I don't want to listen to.
There's a lot of music.
To me, it's like funny that people defend it. Like, okay, cool, that's great. If y'all with Flutes heavy, that's cool. But don't tell me I'm somebody listening to hip hop, man. I don't want to hear this stupid shit. This is some elevator music. The shit that they got on in the Publix is better than this. Like, I don't want to hear this.
Publix killing Andre. Dang. All right. So let's talk about some of the music that came out this week, man. We talked about the Drake singles already, but let's talk about some of the other songs. I want to talk about. Did y'all hear those Corday singles? Specifically, the new one with Anderson .Paak.
Yeah, I heard that. I like that. Shout out to J. Cole. Sorry ass nigga.
See, why are you still so bitter about J. Cole? J. Cole, listen, people.
No, he hurt me. He hurt me. I'm hurt.
Yeah, I don't know why. You still bitter about it. Just let it go.
Up on stage.
Yeah.
In front of his fans.
It's over. It's over. The beef is over. Like just
killed himself. It's not over. He can't ever come
over.
back. What do you mean? It's not over.
Man. Okay. So you saying I still don't understand this. Drake could come back and you listen to all his songs. J. Cole dropped a fire album. You not gonna
I'm gonna listen. What you mean? I'm gonna just say you a bitch ass nigga at that. Like I don't know. Like the album could be fire and you could be a hoe at the same time. What you mean?
Why does the Drake get the same treatment from you?
What do you mean?
His album could be fire, but he can still be
no. What did he do?
PDF
He didn't do anything.
Whatever.
Oh, I don't know about that. No, that's not true. Nah, if they come out with some proof that he did some weird stuff like R. Kelly, then I'm gonna have to fall back. But until
but it's like, I mean, look, I listen to a lot of Freddie Gibbs. He's a deadbeat dad. That makes him a piece of shit to me. But I mean, it depends on the time of day. I still might want to hear it. So did the dude kill himself? I'm gonna have low respect for him. But if the album's fire, I might come on in and say it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I'm also not gonna think that I'm gonna think forever that he sold out his fans at the exact wrong time.
Exactly.
I think y'all the only ones still holding on to this. I think y'all the only ones.
J. Cole is Dak Prescott right now. J. Cole is Dak Prescott.
Nah.
Come on,
I won't say that. I think he's worse than Dak Prescott.
He choked in the pressure. He choked in the clutch.
No, I think he's worse than Dak. Some of Dak stuff ain't his fault. It's more coaching. I don't like Mike McCarthy, but people definitely like. UR said J. Fold. People call him all kinds of names. We ain't the only ones holding on to this. They hated J. Cole for a long time.
But he's a kid. He's already said he's a Kendrick fan. I mean, so that's fine. He's a Kendrick fan. He was hating on Cole Distal, and to celebrate that victory. As a Kendrick fan, but you're not even a Kendrick fan. You a J. Cole fan, still bitter about J. Cole doing what he wanted to do. Let's not get stuck on this conversation too much though, because we already talked about this long ago when it happened. The beat that he made on this track though, on this Corday Anderson .Paak, he should have kept this one for himself. This beat is fire. This beat is one of the best beats of this year. I mean, if he's giving this away, do y'all think there's more heat like this on the fall off? Or
like this? Yes. Is it 13, 14 songs of it or whatever? I don't know.
Well, I don't think he's gonna produce it all, right? He's gonna be on other people's production too. So I mean, if this is just a song he's willing to give away, though, I'm shocked. Like it's a really good beat. This beat is great. It's one of my favorite songs of this year, and yeah. So
before Jay Fold let us down, and he was releasing the Might Delete Laters, it sounded like they had some crazy beats and stuff, and he's working with different producers. So I was already excited for his beat making. And I saw somewhere where it said, maybe Corday said that they have enough music, enough beats from J. Cole for a whole album.
No, he said an EP. He said he had an EP of tracks with
Okay.
yeah. So which is much less, but yeah, I mean, an EP could be 3, 4, 5 songs. I don't know.
An album could be 7 songs, dog, in my world, but I feel you.
That's true. That's true. But an EP means less than 7. That's all. So yeah, but this is dope. This is dope. But what do y'all? So then, does this get y'all excited for a Corday album, or do y'all feel like this is one off?
I like Corday, so yeah, I'm gonna listen. He's been releasing some good music. I like Corday, man. I was talking about him last time we were on the pod, so I like him. I'm excited.
I like it.
I check it out. I thought his last album was good, and I didn't like it to play it a bunch. Like it didn't have the replay value to me.
Oh yeah, I think his first album is the one I like. His last album I don't go back to. His last album.
Well, if he got some more stuff, then it's good. I'd be happy to listen to it.
Look at man. Can you put this most recent comment on the front of the page?
Oh
yeah, that one.
This is nonsense. This is
a bad take. This is a bad take right here.
Very bad take.
Yeah,
very bad
Eminem is not a good producer.
Production is not good.
Is bad. That's what he needs somebody else. The way people talk about J. Cole, you need to be on somebody else's beats. They really should be talking about Eminem that way. Like, I don't even understand it. Eminem's beats are not it, right? When he was getting production from Dre, he made some good albums. But I don't think he should do his own so much.
And Rock Marcy is the best producer and rapper, man. Come on, man.
No. I don't. That's not true either.
Right now, for sure. Unless you're gonna say who? Q-Tip all time?
Q-Tip is definitely
Q-Tip or Ye.
Ye, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there's several options, man. I mean,
there's not that many options now. You ran out.
I didn't run out. Evidence.
Rock Marcy over both of them for sure.
No, not over LP.
Show.
Definitely not over LP.
For sure.
LP's beats are better than Rock Marcy's beats. If you want, you talk about be sleepy.
And Rock Marcy a better rapper too. And Marcy a rap that.
I'll give him a better rapper. Okay, then. But the production from LP is way better. No, he's not a better producer.
He is.
Okay. All right. Then we just clearly got different opinions. We're not going to agree on that. Who else? Good rapper producer? I think that's about the list. I think that's about it as far as that caliber of it. But
that's bad.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
So,
but yeah,
I thought it was it's tragic. This is a great song. Anderson .Paak out-rapped Corday on it though. He outshines Corday on it.
That song seemed like a more Anderson .Paak bop to me anyway, honestly.
I mean, yeah, I guess. What about did y'all listen to the Saturday night or the other one, the Saturday morning?
No, I didn't hear that one. When I see Wayne on a track, I usually don't listen, but
dang, what you got against Wayne?
What Wayne did to you, man?
Come on, bro. He did a lot for me, and I appreciate him, but it's been a long time since I got excited for a Wayne verse. A really long time.
Dang.
I mean, I feel like
I'm not saying
Wayne
he hasn't had a good verse.
Up.
No, not consistently shows up.
Recently he's been consistently showing up.
Yeah, he did. He had some fall off. I guess he had to get sober or whatever, and he's been killing. I don't know if he's sober, but I mean, he had to get something right. He stopped having seizures, stopped laid off the lean, and now he's back to not saying just straight nonsense on every song. There was like a time where it was just like, what is he talking about? But that's been corrected for a while, I think.
Yeah, I just want to say 3 years ago
he killed it. Like he destroyed that Benny, the song with Nas. He had a lot of good features lately, I feel like.
Yeah, maybe just 3 short years ago, he made a full album with Rich the Kid. So, like I said, there's still some, you know. Maybe I got to give him more credit, but that was just 3 short years ago.
All right. Okay, all right. So let's move on, man. I don't understand the Wayne hate. You tripping on that one. Isn't Wayne supposed to be dropping his Carter again? Did he? Hasn't he talked about that like a
I
long
don't
time
know.
ago?
He always say he got other
I don't
albums
know.
coming out.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So Ray don't like the Wayne hate from you, Doug. He said he had or she says he had a whole money situation with Baby. He had to get straight. Don't count Wayne out. So he was just dropping the trash during the money issues, right?
Yeah, okay. Well, he's been on money issues for a long time, then I guess.
I blamed it on drugs, but okay.
No.
Same.
All right. Next topic, man. Let's talk about the actual albums that came out this week. Three good albums I would say came out. Middle in different ranges of good, I guess. But nothing super trash. We had the DZA, Currency, and the Big Sean that came out. Let's go ahead and talk about. Let's start with the DZA, Smoke DZA album. Did y'all listen to this? You want to pull it up the track list for us, Baldy?
Yeah, I get it up here.
So, first off, B-Dog, so DZA's last album, that Flying Lotus album, was amazing. So I was excited to listen to this one. It's the Kush God, B word, right? Kush God ladies, right? Or female dogs, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, what you thought of this one?
Female dogs, whatever.
Yeah.
This one was cool, man. I like this album. It was I don't know if I'm jumping up and down about it, but I thought it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
like the production
B-Dog.
on this. It was a pretty good album.
Yeah, I thought the production on the second half was really good to me. I thought it started off slow, in my opinion. Wasn't a big fan of like the first 4 songs. It's not until Garage Crew I felt like I was really like, okay.
Garage Crew definitely takes it up a notch.
Yes.
But I think I liked almost every other song on here. So I mean, it wasn't like it was dislike them. I don't know how long these are gonna stay in my rotation necessarily. Outside of a couple songs on here though.
Oh, I think She Wallace was a great song.
Yeah,
I'm
I
a big
love
fan
that
of
one.
that one. Yeah. So I feel like that probably the best song on the album. Or do y'all have one that y'all like more than that? I also I Do It a Lot. Okay, Garage Crew I liked. I like Zaza. I like Do It a Lot.
I do a lot.
Zaza.
I like
I
that
do a
one.
lot. I'm sorry. And I mean, I liked all those tracks. So I think this was another solid project from Disney.
Yeah, I do a lot.
All right. So then,
Good album.
Any other
other
listening to
thoughts?
Smoke DZA? I don't know if the chat ever messed with this dude, man.
Yeah,
But he got a nice catalog. He got some nice albums, man.
The one he dropped last year with Flying Lotus, like I said, that was one of my favorites of the year.
Yeah, that was because that one had that crazy weird production.
Yeah, I love that Flying Lotus production was amazing. So let's go on to the next one. Let's get to the Currency album. If people didn't like DZA, then they probably not big fans of Currency either. Man.
They're not smokers. It's not the stoner crowd, I guess.
So
bigger on lean. Ray likes lean. You know what I mean? That's why she was mad at the Wayne hate.
Yeah.
Double cupping over there.
So we all know.
Go ahead.
We all know Currency drops a ton. I mean, he just dropped the one with Monster Beats that was super trash. So now he comes out with this one. I feel like he made up for that last one a good bit. But what's the standouts on this one? What y'all like on this?
I like this one a lot more than the last one for sure. This is a pretty good album to me. They got some good songs on here. I like of course, I like the Larry June one. Let me see.
Yeah, both like that one. See, I thought that one was just to me. I don't know. Maybe I don't like Larry June as much as y'all do because I don't know. But
You don't.
Okay.
I thought it was just I didn't like this album that much. The one I told you I talk about it all the time. I go back to the one with Traumatone all the time. I don't want the last couple. It's just like it's cool. Keep it moving. I put that away and wait for the next good one.
See, to me, it didn't. I like Ultraviolet, right? So you didn't like that one. I like Ultraviolet, and then I like the last couple of songs. It's the She Can't Be Mad, and then I Just Stepped In, and Press Reset are the songs that I like on the track. And then the last one, the last
2 spins, so maybe some of these will grow on me more if I listen to it some more.
The last track, it's got like 3 tracks in it, and I liked all of them. But I liked the second 2 more than the beginning. And I hate that I have to listen to, like skit in between and all this other stuff in order to listen to, I don't like that. I don't like when rappers do that all in one track. Just give me the
skit got to be hilarious if I want to do that.
Yeah. But I definitely like this album now. I'm gonna go back and listen to it more.
All right. So then y'all okay. So you say you like this better than the DZA? What was your rating?
I do.
Yeah, I disagree too.
I do like this one more than the DZA.
So what do you rate
this Currency album? I think the production is pretty good. Shout out to DJ Fresh.
Well, I like the funky production. Okay, so like the funky, like there's a lot of funky sounds on this, which are cool. So it's different. I definitely like that part of it, but I don't know. I think it's much better than that Monster Beats album. I'm not disliking this album.
Yeah,
it's not. There's no songs that were like unpleasant to hear. It's just
right.
A lot of it was just forgettable. You know what I mean? So what would you give a rating for the D-Dog?
I will say it's not the highest quality Currency album for sure, but I give this like a 6.5.
All right. Yeah, I give it. It's like a 4 or 5, 4.5.
Damn.
Yeah.
What you said, Bob?
Yeah.
Say it again.
It's a high number. It's hard to get this a high number. This is just all right.
Yeah. And what about the DZA?
The DZA, I liked more on my first movie. I gave him each one of these I gave 2 spins. So on 2 spins, I like the DZA a good bit more. I would say that DZA is gonna stick around for me. Certain songs, not all of it. Certain songs on there. I had an instant impact feeling with them.
Yeah.
This one kind of just I listened to it on my drive. It just kind of happened.
Yeah, that's the thing. Just stuff didn't jump out to me.
Yeah,
like it was
really
hard to be like, yeah, it's not a bad listen at all, but it wasn't like there's nothing that's like, oh, that's one to put in my playlist. It's just
right.
It's like it's a cool vibe, but
and so, that's what matters, man. So when that's how I always judge this stuff is if it's got to grab me, I got to hit something that's like, oh, I got to hit the button on my car and make it put that like little symbol on there the first time I hear it. And then I listen to it again and be like, okay, well, this one stand out. This one I don't like as much. I take that off. And then I try to do that like 3 or 4 times, especially when we have the whole week before we do the episode. And that way I could like really kind of know which ones did that for me. I didn't get a lot of those on this album from Currency.
Right. Agreed.
I had a lot more of those on that on that Smoke DZA album.
Yeah, I give the DZA like a 6, and I'd give this like like I said, a 4.5 to a 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's go to the main topic though. The reason why people are in here, man. Let's get to that Big Sean album. This is gonna be that main topic for us, right? Big Sean. Is Big Sean in the big 3? Did he deliver with this album? There was a long lead up to this, right? He started off with this. He dropped the freestyle. he was talking about, people been talking about the bigger three, and stuff like that, and and that he'd have the energy to compete with the bigger three was the bar. Yeah. And then he had multiple freestyles. He dropped a single, I believe, and then the beef happened, smashed his whole rollout. He stepped back, the beef hit, and he started his rollout again. And it was a long rollout. There was interviews, all this stuff. He was crying on social media when talking about this album release. It was a big moment for him.
Mm-hmm.
Did it deliver for you guys? Like, all this build up? Was it worth it? Let's start with you, B-Dog, because you the Big Sean fan.
Oh, this album sucked.
Oh,
God oh man, it took me
man?
It took me 3 tries to listen to this album. I kept turning this shit off. I was like, oh, but yeah, I was very disappointed.
So, okay, because you're the Big Sean fan. Why?
Yeah.
Why? You love Dark Sky Paradise.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I needed. Some dark skies. I don't need this bright ass sun. You see this cover? How bright it is? I don't know. What is he getting lifted up into heaven?
This cover is crazy. Yeah, what is happening right now, man? Is Jesus taking this man? Is he going up to heaven? Yeah. Is he Jesus here? I don't know what's going on.
He's enlightened, man. He's enlightened. Y'all not getting it.
I thought that had to do with your brain.
Enlightenment.
Oh, okay.
It is. It's all of his top of his head. I don't know. I have no idea, man. I really don't know what it is. I'm just
I didn't know what was going on there, man. I thought the dude was like ascending into heaven or something, man. I'm like, oh shit, okay. He feeling really good. He feeling really good.
That's what the whole album's about, him feeling good.
Yeah, but that's great. That's greater than good. You know what I mean? I ain't never felt that good while I was just glowing.
Yeah. I don't know.
This is him in his Care Bear moment, man. Come on.
Oh, now see, if he had said that, if he'd have said, "I'm the good father, Care Bear," then I'd have rocked with him better. That would have put this to the next level, man. Because nobody reps for the Care Bears like they should. Care Bears is legit, right? But as far as this album goes, you want to go do it song by song?
That would take forever. Most of them are not like
that. Was the problem. That was the problem. Way too many songs to me.
Way too many.
Yo, that's bad. My attention span these days, in the way that we listen to music, it felt like it was taking forever, man. And I don't know if that's because the album's not good or if it's just a lot. Because it's only an hour.
I think yes, exactly. That's the thing. So we could talk about how many tracks it is, but some of the tracks are short. And we've also reviewed plenty of albums that are maybe this many tracks and I don't feel that as long. It's just that a lot of it wasn't interesting. It's like a lot of the same, and he's not like, there's just not enough interesting going on in this album. I feel like it starts to blur together, Good.
But I want to. We killed it already, but let me give it a little positives. I love the production on this album. I felt like he had some really good beats on here.
Which ones? Which ones stood out to you?
There's a song on here where he flipped the Usher song.
Yeah,
they did it.
You are the superstar.
I hate that they had like his background vocals in it, or like. Hold on.
No, I like that's the best part of it. I just hate that. I just made me want to go listen to the Usher song. Like, did you see the video for this?
No,
I ain't see a video for it.
Okay, so the video is funny. All right, the video is funny. It's like people literally call a hotline. It's like women calling the hotline and they'll gas them up basically. They'll gas up. So, ladies, if you feeling down. They'll remind you that you're a superstar, so they call if they're working at a hotline and they're just like, spitting bars to them. And it's a funny video. It's entertaining. But I rather listen to the Usher song. I don't like when people redo songs that are already hits. If you do that, you got to make your song better, in my opinion. And it's hard to do with a song that's already such a big hit.
Nah, this beat is fire. If they just took out the guitar riff, the down, that part ruins it. But otherwise, if they just take that little part out and it repeats, obviously, but this beat is fire to me. I love the way he
Okay.
flipped it. I like.
Hey,
It's hard for me to like a good flip beat, but this shit was flipped 95% perfect to me.
I mean, it's a tried and true. You know, it should automatically be a hit. You know, because it was a hit before,
But
should be a hit
nah,
now.
it's different though. You making it seem like the other people who flip songs where they just literally take the exact same song and put it on there. This was flipped like I would have never have pictured it.
Nah, he basically just took the same. Come on, it's the same
Nah,
beat, and
nah,
he gives almost the same bars. He just raps them. What? How is it different?
no, nah. This is fire. You're tripping.
So the Usher song says, you know, this goes to my number one or whatever, and in this one he just says, how does I forgot? I'm gonna have to pull up the
I hate the
of
lyrics. I'm talking about production. The lyrics are terrible. This nigga's talking about picking her up, flipping her down, dicking her up, dicking her down. Bro, I don't want to hear that shit. It's terrible. The words are terrible. But the beat, I would have loved for somebody better to rap on this beat. I think the beat is fire.
Well,
Like
how
I think a lot of the production is really good on this album.
All right. Okay. I hear you. I think some of that production is good. I don't dislike the production. But my issue is that my favorite songs were the singles that I already heard.
Yes, those were the best songs on the album.
Right. So I mean,
and some of them weren't even fire like that. So, like, yeah, it was very disappointing.
Yeah, because when I saw like the lineup for like Million Pieces, this and that, some of these songs on here, I was like, oh, these songs are gonna be amazing. Like these are good lineups. Like I can't wait to hear what the song is. And they were weird. But I didn't. They weren't bad though. I don't have no dislike either, really, for the album. I just don't like it much. Like it's just all right to me.
That's what I'm saying. Like when I listen to songs, I try to like put myself in a spot of what are their fans like? How does his fans feel about this? And I don't just can't see your fans loving this, man. This ain't.
But this ain't
your
going
guy,
in your top
You're
three
a Big Sean. I'm not a Big Sean. There's one Big Sean album I love, and I listened to the second one, and then I did to the third one, and this is the fourth one.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go.
I normally hate on Big Sean, and so listening to it, to this, I thought this was good. I liked what he was saying. I thought he had good flows and stuff, but it also I didn't really want to hear it either. Like it's not. It's hard to describe, man. It's just very.
You hate his content. The things he's saying is bullshit.
No, but that's the thing.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about. We got to talk about some of the bars. We got to talk about some of the because a lot of it for me is personality. I do think that Big Sean has a corny personality, and that is part of what kills it for me. Because, like we said, there's different beats that are good and stuff like that, but I don't think he's good at the motivational thing, right? I don't. He does a lot of that. He's trying to be like introspective and motivational and inspirational, and I just don't think he does it well.
And it comes across terrible. Exactly. I agree with you 100%.
I like some of the positive stuff, man. I had this on in my car. I was like, okay, I guess maybe I'm kind of feeling like that right now in my life. Like I've been feeling pretty positive, but I couldn't say that I was trying to hit these songs over and over. See, that's a difference. Like I agreed with the sentiment, and I did think some of the stuff was corny. The way what he was kind of the way he got into certain stuff, but especially the stuff with the girl, like his girl or whatever. But in general, I didn't think it was bad. I just wasn't like, oh, I gotta play that again. And that's always what kills me with a lot of music. We have so much. If it don't stand out, then like and I like beats on here, I like flows on here, and I didn't want to hear a ton of these songs over them.
I like positive raps. I don't want like people to get me wrong. Like Ray in the chat.
I don't. Don't get me wrong. I don't like them. But
okay.
Go ahead.
I like. Okay, so I love, and some of my favorite rappers, Blue or like people who they do, introspective music. J. Cole does introspective music. I mean, and that's one of your favorite rappers. So I like lots of rappers who do introspective stuff, talk about mature things or talk about something positive. It's just, to me, he doesn't do it well. It's not connecting. It's not hitting. Like, I don't actually feel the emotion that he's trying to invoke within me. Is what I'm saying. And then he'll drop a corny bar like, I'm solid. I'm so solid. I'm friends with The Rock. And he just takes me out, like that song "Break the Cycle." I'm on a different cycle. I don't care what cycle you're on, man. Like, I don't want to be on that cycle. It's corny, right? Like, it's just corny. Like, that's how I feel.
I agree with you, man. This shit is not it, brother.
I mean, I'm just saying, not that the sentiment is bad. Like, I get what he's trying to say. Break the cycle. I get that. It's positive. It's good. It's what we all should be trying to do. But he doesn't execute it well, is what I'm saying. He doesn't execute it well. I don't. And then having The Rock call you after to do the voicemail, that was so cool. Like, come on.
That shit was sucked. Hey, man, The Rock kept saying, "Baby boy, can't wait to see your baby boy." And when your baby boy and baby, I'm like, bro,
it was awkward.
Yes, this is weird.
It sounds so forced. Like, it didn't sound like
forced. It might be forced, but The Rock repping to you, so we're not gonna hate on The Rock today. No.
What I'm hating on is you drop a corny bar. I'm so solid. I'm friends with The Rock, and then you like double down on the corny. Don't forget that corny bar. I said, okay, don't forget. I'm friends with The Rock. Listen, this is his voicemail to me. Like,
and I felt the same way when I heard that. I felt that exact same way. And that made it because, like, there was some other songs on here. Like I said, I wanted to be open-minded because I'm not a Sean fan. I was like, okay, I'm gonna play the album in my car, inside. I'm gonna do it different times. I'm gonna give it 3 spins. The second spin was like a chore for me because I was just like, it's just kind of corny. He has rap skills. If his metaphors weren't, occasionally corny, then he would have top stuff, I feel like. But
and to me, like we said, the second, because to me it ends with the best songs. Precision, even though like somebody was making fun of it earlier, the Pew Pew song, that's still one of the best songs. That's the one where he's actually rapping aggressively, and he doesn't have any, or doesn't. I didn't catch any corny bars on it. And I would love to hear more of that, like him rapping like he's hungry, like he wants to prove something, as opposed to. I thought that was another single. Yeah, and I think that again, that's another one where he's rapping aggressively, and not rapping to try to inspire you. It's rapping, just, hey, I'm a better rapper than you. So I think when he does that, he shows that he's a very competent rapper. This right here says not complicated. Sean just has horrible deliveries. None of the songs make you feel some emotions, even when he's trying to convey. It's just sigh, it got me weak. Yes, but I think when he does the try to bar up the track, he shows that he's skilled, right? So he has skills. He's just not. He just doesn't, to me, have the relatability or the.
I thought Together Forever was good with the emotional stuff.
Yes, that's the Alchemist.
I thought. And what's the one with the other one that was for the baby or whatever? That was like his first son or whatever. On Up. Yeah. I thought that one was good.
Yeah. So
I thought he just probably should have just edited some of the emotional stuff, I guess, a different way. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of his anyway. So where would this go for his fans? I don't know. None of us are his fans. Anybody in the chat his fans? Anybody love Big Sean albums? He said he's not a fan. He running from it, man. This dude is Judas for Big Sean. Yeah. I mean, not Judas, Peter, right?
Yeah. This is a theme. This is a theme for this dude. B-Dog is just a fickle fan, man. You're a fickle fan.
I am. Oh, that's a fact. That's 100% a fact.
Yeah, the next people be like, "Hey man, don't you like Big Sean?" He be like, "Me? Nah, man, never, man."
That's a fact.
Like, wait. I saw your podcast yesterday. You said you like Big Sean. Be like,
no,
never.
I did it. Exactly. I've been saying that though. I take people music for what it is, and after that, that's it.
I mean, we should like this in sports too, right? He be rocking the Giants in the early in the season, then they trash. Then he'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna say it's fan or something."
No, that ain't true at all,
too, man.
Yeah, what do you do when both your teams trash? B-Dog?
Watch the 49ers.
See, there you go. You got another team. You got another team.
Watch the 49ers. You feel me?
They ain't gonna be good this year.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I get it though. Big Sean, man, he's lacking something that appeals to me. It's a combination of all these little things, just like a little cut. There's nothing really wrong with his flows. There's nothing really wrong with. He's not as corny Logic. Like he's cooler than Logic. He's confident in his racial identity, but he still got a corny bar or two in there. I say 2 per song maybe. And it's lower on this album, but it's still a consistent thing.
Yeah.
I don't agree with this, though. I don't agree with this. What's wrong with his voice?
Nah, ain't nothing wrong with it. He got a good voice to me.
He doesn't have a great rap voice.
He doesn't have a great voice, no.
But I don't think it's bad. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's a strong suit of his at all. So. All right. So then the question, man. I mean, people, So I obviously don't think he's in the big 3. I think that he really shot himself in the. I really think that this was his opportunity to claim, stake his claim, and that's why I think it's sad because the best songs like Precision and those singles that he dropped were him, and even the freestyles he did were I feel like he made an effort to show I can rap. With the best, or even doing the feature with Eminem, I feel like, and then he did this album. I feel like you're trying to do 2 different things, doing this motivational stuff, and I feel like you're not solidifying in the fans' mind what it is you're trying to do. So, and I think
is he trying to do the Grammy bait? He trying to do the Killer Mike?
Yeah, the therapy album stuff.
This ain't that.
But even that, he didn't commit hard enough to that. It's not. It's not even
do enough therapy album stuff. He had to come out with like some kind of story about him being like molested as a child or something to really pull it off, to really bring it home.
Flipping her up, digging her down. I'm good, bro. I'm so good. I promise. I'm good, dog.
Yo, that's crazy, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man. All right, so
that's funny.
Yeah, well, I like. Ray was saying, Big Sean or Wale. Who y'all got?
Me personally, who I like better is Wale. Easy. Yeah. That's not even close.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Wale, but he been missing for a minute, right? I ain't heard.
Yeah, Wale's been gone for a minute, but
Wale. When I was on Twitter, this man does piss me off. He's a complaining ass nigga. Why don't I get the looks and this and that? The industry again, like that nigga be complaining too. I like Wale, but he too woe is me all the time. I hate that shit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that has anything to do with the music, though. I mean, I could dislike you off the music, and that's not as bad as me disliking you on your album. That's the thing. Big Sean comes off dislikable on his album. Well, not dislikable, not like but just like not cool. You don't sound cool on your own album, like. So, yeah, I think that's worse than not sounding cool on Twitter.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I liked about Dark Sky Paradise so much. He sounded cool on that album to me. I like that album a lot. But
so you just like what he said? Yeah.
He ain't necessarily sad on the album.
Yeah, but he's not happy. You don't like him being happy. You don't like when he's glowing. You don't like when his what
aura is coming out of his chest.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You don't like when.
He's good dad Care Bear. He's a good dad Care Bear. He's a Care cousin. He's not one of the bears, but
shout out to him,
cousin. He's a human.
Yeah. Shout out to him, his kid, so happy for them.
Yo, that was the most sarcastic.
Shout out to
Yo,
them.
you don't want to leave him a voicemail?
I'm
Leave him a
happy for
voicemail
you.
like The Rock, Doug. This is your shot right here. You could be on the next album.
Hey, Sean, do that shit better next time. That's the end of the voicemail right there.
Dang.
You're not gonna make the album with that, man.
Yeah, nah, that's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. You gotta be more, more happy.
Damn. Do better next time, son. This ain't it. Yeah, I think I'm cool. Hey, this might be the last Big Sean album that I actually, care about forever.
I agree.
So-
I agree.
I feel like he wasted his rollout. Yeah, I feel like he wasted his rollout. It was such a big
Exactly.
So go ahead.
Hold on, you could have dropped this the same night as a diss if this is what we was gonna get. It's like, I'm gonna be honest.
What you were waiting on, huh?
Exactly.
Right. It's still gonna be forgotten fast. It's gonna be forgotten fast. So this is my issue with a lot of albums this year. All right, so we got to talk about this. Before we get out of here, a lot of albums have had these big rollouts. We already know where I'm going. These big rollouts get you hype, and then pretty much what's the big mainstream album that has been a actual came through on its promise? What was the last one that came through on its promise? We saw this happen with Benny. Flop, right?
Mm-hmm.
That Schoolboy, people gassed it, but it wasn't that good. Nobody's talking about it now.
Oh, that's crazy.
What was the last mainstream album that came out with this rollout and wasn't a disappointment?
Let me think here.
We don't trust remember the first Future in what you call them album?
They were just in San Antonio.
They didn't have a rollout for
Future Metro.
They didn't even have a rollout for that though.
Their rollout wasn't. Did they? I don't know.
Okay.
No, they just said album coming out and they dropped. It was. I didn't see them on tons of interview after interview and single after single after single. It wasn't like that.
I mean, that's true about that, but that would be the last one, I think. For me, what you got? You got something else?
So in the chat, they said Common and Pete. I think that was a disappointment, honestly. I thought Pete Rock would have had better production than that. I know some people really rock with that album, but to me, that album is not bad, but kind of mid to me. It's not sticking for me. And then you are said Risa was Cole. And I do think that Cole had the best album with the rollout because his little videos that were coming out, that came out. But then he shot his own self in the foot with this beef thing. So I think that doesn't stick in his mind like it does.
Yeah, no, you're right. Because that's what I'm saying. If Big Sean would have dropped during Beef Week, he could have had an excuse why his album it flopped. It sucked because y'all ain't really even hear it. Y'all was focused on it. Now you got everybody attention and you drop this shit. Come on, dog. See, you trying to piss me off, man. And Cole album, I think, was really good. When we talk about album of the year discussions, that might be in my top 5. But for now, fuck that nigga.
That's crazy. RC777 with this. Wait. He said Big Sean is Jason Tatum.
That's
who's
crazy.
J. Cole? You saying J. Cole is more boring than Big Sean? I disagree. All right, people saying this J. Cole boring thing. I think this is a trope on the internet. I don't think that is actually true. If you listen to his album, he's got lots of different beats on it now. The off season had a bunch of different beats. I think this is a narrative that it should be dead by now, but is just persisting because of internet memes. I don't think he's actually boring. Yeah.
I don't think Big Sean is necessarily boring. It's just that he has too much corny stuff that makes me want to keep listening to it. Cole is boring. Cole gets boring.
No, when's his last boring album, quote unquote, would be For Your Eyes Only.
Yeah,
Since then,
and that shit was boring. Hey, I went to that concert. That shit was boring. I ain't gonna lie to you. And that's when I was a Cole fan. So I had to support my nigga. But that shit was boring.
Right, that album was like that. That's J. Cole's "To Pimp a Butterfly." People swear that album's great. And then some J. Cole fans swear that album's great. It's boring. I agree. It's boring. It's a boring album. It's meant to be that way. But since then, he's been getting other producers. It's more upbeat. To say off season is boring or to say Michael later is boring is just a lie to me. Like it's just like I don't know what else you want. He's rapping on upbeat tracks. He's rapping fast, he's rapping with features, all of the stuff that people ask for. It's not still boring. Like I don't get it.
Yeah, hey, I don't know who Matt talking about. He said more like Ben Simmons. Cole is Ben Simmons to me. They both hurt me. That's perfect analogy. No, they both decided I'm not gonna play my sport. They both decided.
Oh yes, they both quit it. They both sat on the bench. Is what you're saying. They both bitch.
That's not what they did. Ben Simmons said, "I'm gonna milk these for everything they got, and I'm gonna act like I'm hurt,
right,
and have some kind of problem." J. Cole said, "I'm great, but boom, boom," and shot both of his legs out, and then fell down in front of everybody on his own stage, his own festival. I mean, like I don't. There's no equivalent.
Cole, I don't know, because Cole did lead a song up there for 3 more days, as he said, "I'm gonna take it down." You know, you had to get them first week sales. Milked everybody for their streams, then took the song off. I don't like that.
No, that's not how it goes, man. You gotta do more than one. You got to do more than 3 days of streams to get big money.
It was a whole.
No, it was because he
had to wait for the week to finish.
Yeah, he didn't do the apology until it was already out for like a week, and then it was the weekend week after whatever.
Still, man, 1 week, man.
And the fact that it shows me that the song is still on his album. It just has a little exclamation point, like, "Oh, you can't use." That's even worse. Like, nigga, it's bad. It's bad. This ain't Cole apology time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
The public nature of the apology made it so much worse.
So much worse.
It was a terrible apology. I agree. The apology was a huge misstep. It's over though. That's so long ago. I don't care about it.
It's not over. It's not over, man. When I talk to Jigga Stans, and they be talking about, Hov did this, Hov did that. I said, Nas had ether, and that boy cried. And they still be mad. And that was 20-something years ago. So don't do that, man. But I'm never going to. J. Cole, he can come out with 2 Illmatics back to back. And me and B-Dog going to be sitting here like, remember when he came up in front of his own crowd?
Exactly.
Said, man, let's all hear Kendrick, man. Let's sing a Kendrick song right now together.
Yeah,
he did. Yeah,
exactly. How you want me to defend this nigga in the future and say
I'm not saying defend him? I'm saying that, I'm saying
as soon as I say his album is good, somebody gonna say, "But you remember that time when he?" And I'm gonna say, yeah, you're right. I can't even say nothing to that.
If you listen to Big Sean's album some more, you would understand. If you're mature, you can't mature. If you get clarity, you need clarity. You know, if you get past these things. Then and you get to happiness, you'll
the sun come out of your chest.
Yes, you just not on that enlightened level like J. Cole, Big Sean are. You not on that level. You need to break the cycle.
Right.
All right, y'all not understanding. Okay.
It's so bad, and then you just get your name thrown around in a diss after that. Everybody talking about how soft you were after. Like, come on, nigga. Like, it's bad, dog. I don't know.
All right. He still might drop. He still got that's the only rollout that actually came to fruition, actually didn't disappoint. Still, all of these mainstream albums have been trash. So, do you all think that is what's leading to the bad, streaming numbers for hip hop? Is it just because no one's delivered? Like no big artists have delivered? Like it's just bad music? Do y'all think this is a bad year for hip hop, or do you think it's a good year?
Nah, we got some fire. I thought that last year was worse than this year. We got some fire albums already.
We got some good albums, man. It's just not mainstream hits, I guess. I don't know what hits are and what, like, Lotto didn't do no numbers? I mean, I know she did less numbers than in the past, but was her album considered trash by people that like that type of crap? Like whatever it is, like people I feel like had mainstream albums. The beef was huge, so this is always gonna be a good year because that was the big deal, and that was a ton of.
But if that's it,
we ever seen.
That's not okay. But to me, that can't sustain the year. If you just the beef, if only records that stream or chart are tracks from diss records, to me that's not a good sign for hip hop. Like how is that positive?
Well, okay, so hold on. That's two different things now, and this is why I don't like. I always try not to conflate what is sold on a from a major label perspective with DSPs not doing great is not the same as hip hop doing great. So I do get very like there's a difference. What they're selling, and if it's not selling, that could be on a lot of different things. That's to me, a lot of stuff with sales is marketing. But more and more these artists are saying, I don't need y'all to make any money because the system don't seem to make no money anyway. It seems like they're not making the money they used to make. So a lot of artists, a lot of my favorites, basically, are not in that system in hip hop. So this year, I still think the best album of the year might be that Makami. They're not selling that Makami album on no major label.
Yeah.
LL might do something. Yes, I agree with that. I'm looking to see it. I was disappointed by Schoolboy. He was probably my next expectation for a nice album that might be in that realm that would do something. But who are the people that are good, that put out good music that would be considered mainstream, like JPEG, Denzel Curry? These people got good albums, but they're not. Are they selling big records? I mean, no, right? The Rakim album, Spash, like these people not selling no records. So if that's what it is, it's what it is.
Yeah, the good albums came from lesser known acts. Yeah,
of course, man. Rock Marcy. So there was a bunch of good ones, Master Ace, and we liked a bunch of albums this year.
Right. No, there's tons of albums that we reviewed that we liked. I'm not saying that's wrong, but usually there's also some of those. There's also the, like the Killer Mike album from last year, or the Jid album, or there's usually some albums that the mainstream has a sort of consensus on that is good. You know what I mean? That most of hip hop or most of the culture can agree is good, or most of the culture can enjoy. And this year, I feel like the albums that are supposed to be that didn't deliver, and so I think that can give some people a impression that it's a bad year in hip hop.
I think these other people need to get their shit together, man, and stop following what Apple tells you is the good hip hop of this year. And if you love hip hop, you gotta listen to hip hop, and man, stop listening to what they tell you to listen to, man. Like you listening to Ice Spice, and then you saying, "Oh, how come hip hop sucks this year?" Well, it's probably because of you, dog. You know what I mean? Like that's what you listen to. You chose to go hunt down Ice Spice and take that spoon-fed stuff instead of going hunt down something and listening to what's really going on in the culture. But I don't understand. I don't know.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, and some of the people in the chat are shouting out some of the products. We if y'all don't know, for anyone new here, we review albums every week. We talk about albums just like we did this week. So yeah, we definitely talked about that Ghostface album. It was trash. It was terrible. It was sad.
Big
that was
letdown for me personally.
The Rakim album, Rakim didn't rap. That was a disappointment. Some people shout out some of the good ones. The Master Ace album was dope. That was early in the year. That was a good one. The Makami, the Rock Marcy. I mean, there's several good albums. Like I said, the one with Conductor and
Boldy.
Boldy, is another favorite. I mean, there's a lot of good ones, but it's just they're not the mainstream ones. So, but there's still things to look forward to. Sound Mind said, we got the Clips album to look forward to. We got the LL, I think is this weekend. That's the last album. He just released the one with Eminem as officially, even though it leaked earlier before. And he's rapping he's rapping great, right? LL sounds great. Q-Tip sounds great. This is the one, all right, that I'm putting my money on. This is the one I'm putting my money on. If this one flops, then I mean, if this was not a disappointment, as well, then I'll never listen to another rollout again.
I'm gonna be surprised. I think Q-Tip is gonna be. I think Q-Tip is great, so I have high expectations.
My man's got a song with Sweetie, dog. I'm good on that. I don't like that type of shit.
Okay, one song.
That type of shit? What type of shit?
You listen to Sexy Red. What are you talking about?
I email Sweetie every day about doing a song. Sweetie, will you be in my video? I got a new video coming out. I need you to be in the video.
What? How you gonna hate on somebody for having I hate when people do that shit. But
what did they do?
Support women. What do you hate when
you think this nigga? You think this nigga listen to Sweetie, dog? Come on, man.
Yes, I bet he does.
But what does it matter if he does?
Anyway, we talk about good stuff that came out this year. I like that Denzel Curry a lot too. I think that was a really good album.
Okay, all right. I think I'm gonna let it go though. I don't like you just hating for no reason. But yeah, there's definitely good albums. Definitely good albums. The Lupe album got a lot of love this year. But I'm a big Lupe fan. If you don't know, I'm named after a Lupe song, but I'm not the biggest fan of that Lupe album, even though it's getting a lot of critical love.
They got a lot of albums to look forward to, man.
Hotline Bling. This is your Drake, fellow Drake fan. He said you don't even know why you hate the Sweetie song. You don't even know. You just hate women. You just saw Sweetie and just started hating.
I don't understand the hate either, man. You saw Sweetie and started hating? I got something wrong.
Yeah, did you watch the video?
Or your eyes watch the video?
Oh, that's your problem right there. Go watch the video. You dumb. You actually listen to an audio? He released it with the video on purpose. All right.
I don't think I've ever heard a Sweetie song that wasn't with a video. I'm not even trying to hit it. I'm not trying to hit it at all. If it come on in my car, I say I check this when I get home on YouTube.
Yeah. All right. Any other topics before we gotta get out of here?
No.
All right. Shout out to the new people in the chat, especially we see a lot of new names here. So please subscribe, share the video, and we do every Thursday. We review albums. We'll be on every week talking about. We can't wait to talk about that LL album. We can't wait to talk about all the future albums that drop. So. Check us out, and when a bad album drops and you want to hear somebody hate on it, this is the place. Haters Ball, only slot.
For sure. 38 special album was good. So was that Ransom EP with Made in Tokyo was really good too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I really like that. Peace.